let's say somebody from my apartment complex decides they're going to run for the assemblyman for this district, or however it goes. And they decide they're going to start making flyers. They're going to come out to community events. They're going to host community events. And they're going to, quote unquote, build up the community in order to get the votes from the community so they can win the vote to become the assemblyman of that district. Why is it that you came from the apartment complex right across from me and you won the vote to become the assemblyman, and you're getting your feet wet, you're getting your toes wet in politics, and you're here, you're there, you're having tea with this one, your dinners for that one. You're still involved in the community, but you're moving up. Your goal is, I want to become a congressman, or I want to become somebody higher than an assemblyman. That's your goal. But you started off by becoming an assemblyman for a district in the community where you live. After you win the vote, why don't you stay in the community? Why don't you probably got a little bit of money, so you moved out. You probably bought a house 10 blocks away, but you're still the assemblyman for the district. I understand people want to move up. I understand people want to move out. I understand people want to, get better things. But there goes the ambulance again, guys. I'm sorry if it's loud. I'm going to talk a little louder. But why, when you are an assemblyman, you don't, when you win the votes from the community that you came from to become the assemblyman, why don't you come back to the community on a regular basis? It's understandable. You're a politician now. You got stuff to deal with. You got this to do, that to do, that to do. Meetings here, meetings there, meetings everywhere. But on your free time, and not even on your free time, ever so often, why don't you come suited up to hoop with the guys out in the basketball court where you used to live at? Why don't you come and sit on the park bench in the park across the street where John got killed at? Why don't you come and sit there and chill with everybody else? Why don't you come back and see Miss Gloria's apartment that's been leaking for almost 10 months now and say, listen to me, landlord, you're going to fix Miss Gloria's apartment or we're going to have a fucking problem? Why don't you come back and be real in the community that you so came from and say, listen to me, I'm your assemblyman, I'm for you, and I'm down for you, and I'm going to ride for you? Why don't you keep it real? You was keeping it real to get the votes. Why don't you continue keeping it real? You got an image to uphold, I know, but keep it real. Keep it real. Don't go live on the west side where it's all nice and quiet and peaceful for you to sleep at night. And the community where you got the votes from got to be listening to boom, boom, boom every night because somebody don't know how the fuck to turn the fireworks off. Why don't you apply for an apartment in the same complex that you came from, get denied, try again, get denied, try again, and then get the apartment? Why don't you come and go through the things that people in your community go through on a daily basis? Why don't you, you came from it, but now that you're an assemblyman, it's like you don't forgot where you came from. Why is that? Do what you said you were going to do. Live the way the people in your community live. And get an understanding of, hey, you know what? When I used to live in 4C, in the apartment complex down the block, Man, it used to be loud as shit. And I couldn't sleep. So I know the feeling. I know the feeling when Miss Gloria be like, oh my God, these kids, they so fucking loud. I know the feeling. Why don't you come back to that feeling after you win the seat for assemblyman? Why don't you come back to that environment? Why don't you stay in that environment? Why do you move out of the environment but yet still say, oh, I'm assemblyman, so I have a certain I have a certain standard to uphold. What standard do you have to uphold? We voted you in. Live by the standards we live in. We live by. Live by those standards. Continue to live by the standards you used to live by before we voted you in as assemblyman. Don't. It's okay to have nice things. It's okay to want nice things. But don't be a politician asking for the votes of the community, and then when you get the votes of the community, you say fuck the community and leave. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. And it saddens the fuck out of me when it is a black politician that does it. It saddens the fuck. Kimberly, don't go there. Don't go there. It saddens the fuck out of me when it's a black politician that does it. Because it's like, my man, you know where the fuck you came from. Why you acting all bougie and shit? Get the fuck back into the community and do what you say you was going to do for us. Don't fuck around and go live on the west side and buy yourself a nice Porsche and buy yourself a nice house and act like you ain't fucking know us. You ain't from this fucking community. Don't do that shit, because I'll call you out. I will call you out. And trust and believe you're going to need our votes again. And guess what? You ain't going to fucking get it, because guess why? You done fucked up. You done fucked up. I said all that to say, number 3, if you have to leave your neighborhood for a haircut, your local black newspaper, church, or collard greens, you should rethink calling your neighborhood your community. Let me read that again. If you have to leave your neighborhood for a haircut, your local black newspaper, church, or collard greens, you should rethink calling your neighborhood your community. Now, I know some of you are listening to this and going to be like, what? So that means I can't go outside of my neighborhood and shop or do anything outside of my neighborhood? I didn't say that. Those words never came out of my mouth. I did not say don't leave your neighborhood and go shop another place. I did not say that. What I said was, if you need to leave your community, if you need to leave your neighborhood for the things that are I'm looking for the proper word to use. If you need to leave your neighborhood to go to another neighborhood to get the things that are predominantly from your neighborhood, rethink calling it your community. That's why I started off with the whole politicians who want the votes of their neighbors and their community, get the votes, win the seat, and move on and say fuck the community. That's not how it works. That's not how it's supposed to work. Fair is fair. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. If you win my vote and you fuck around, you're not getting that vote again. You're not getting it again. I'm dead ass. And then I know people are going to re-vote, and probably by the stroke of luck, you're going to get back the seat. But trust and believe, it wasn't my vote that got you in there. Because you already showed the type of person that you are once you won those votes, got the seat, and said, peace out. You already showed yourself. You showed your ass, basically. You showed your ass. And if you can show your ass, I'm going to show my ass by showing my vote to somebody else. Plain and simple. Plain and fucking simple. So guys, I'm looking at the time on the camera, and it says I've been talking for an hour and 17 minutes. And if you've listened to this entire hour and 17 minutes, I am forever thankful. I am forever grateful. The black businesses that I shouted out and promoted, please go and support them. I have supported them. And let me tell y'all something. Like I said earlier, I don't do this shit for clout. I do it for genuinity. I do it because I'm genuine. I genuinely want to see us win. I ain't doing this shit for clout. I do this shit because I'm genuine, and I genuinely want to see all black businesses be promoted, and all black businesses strive and become something, everything. These businesses that I'm calling out, don't think I just call them out and be like, yeah, y'all go support them. I support them myself. I support them myself. So don't think, oh, she just looking up black businesses just to call it out on her podcast so people can listen. No, 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 no. She supports. Oh, excuse me. Why am I burping so much? She supports. Kimberly definitely supports. I haven't worked in a year and a half. Like I told you earlier, I haven't worked in a year and a half. However, when I get a little bit of coins in my pocket, oh, she goes shopping. And when she goes shopping, she go black shopping. Okay? Black shopping. She goes to these black websites and these black businesses that she just called out, and she supports. That's what she does. Alright? So don't think I'm doing this for listeners or for views or for, nope. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm doing it because I genuinely want to see us win. Guys, it's been fun. It's been beautiful. It's been laughs. It's been joyous. It's been smiles. One thing I want to say before I leave, and I'll probably do this every podcast. My mom sells masks, face masks. She has been making face masks since February on one sewing machine. My sister helps her. I used to help her, but we live so far apart, and when the lockdown began, I stopped traveling, so I haven't been helping as much, but I have been showing my support by promoting the fuck out of her business. So, go support my mama business, y'all. She sells masks like everybody else, so support her. Her Instagram is Margaret's_masks. That's MARGARETS_MASKS. That's Margaret's_masks. And Margaret's does not have an apostrophe. So don't put no apostrophe. It's just Margaret's_masks. Follow her on Instagram. Share her posts. You buy some of her masks. You take a picture. If you want to, you can send a picture to her or post it and tag her. And, promote the fuck out of my mama business, y'all. But anyway, guys, it's been real. I love you all. I thank you all so much for listening. I thank you all so much for tuning in. It's an hour and 20 minutes now that I've been talking. And, guys, I am so thankful for you guys, whoever you are that listens, and promote the fuck out of black businesses. Black Lives Matter. Period. Thank you guys. Troll the world. Oh shit.